right, I am here today with our friend Kathleen Ernette. She has been in our programs with the Self-Made business and using the Self-Made Hub for almost a year now.
Mhm.
But most recently, she decided to join in on our 10-week accelerator so that we could start building some things for her business and move it forward very fast. I'm going to take these glasses off here today. I don't think I need those on. So Kathleen, why don't you first just tell me a little bit about yourself? Who are you? What are you doing? What are you building?
Oh, okay. Well, I am Kathleen Ernette, and I am retired from healthcare for 35 years and decided I still wanted to help people. And so that's kind of the realm that went into, and I dove into some menopausal health. And so I'm trying to help people in that way. And what I found out was I was getting stuck because I got through my warm market, basically the people that know me already, and then I couldn't find a way to reach out to get to other people. And so that's why I sought out getting some more knowledge and some more tools and ended up with Self-Made. And, just getting into the accelerator program then was really the thing that lit it up and got it started. The one thing that especially Jess knows about me or anybody in the hub is that I've maybe just a little scatterbrain. So in the hub, everything is there. So if I had to go here, there, and everywhere to use different apps, I would just be spinning and spinning and spinning because I always use the wrong passwords and I always use a different email. And everything's going to the point that I now have a password that Jess has given to me that actually relates to something in her household. So it's like this is your password. Stick with it.
A little
But
more, that's a little more in-depth mentorship than, what companies are going to give you. So we do really dig in with our members. It's one thing that we want to be known for. And Kathleen started with us like literally about a year-ish ago into the hub. And yeah, I mean, I'll say when you first came in, it was like you're very tech novice, did not really get enough to get around social media and have, a Gmail and to be able to do some things, obviously. But yeah, your building skills over the last year have just like, it's incredible what you've been able to learn and what you've been able to build. But I'll say the one difference between you and other people that come on and say they want to do this is that you were serious about, I'm going to dig in and I'm going to spend the time. I am going to learn a new skill set. I'm going to take it seriously like it's my job. And you did that. So that there's a big difference between people who come in and say, well, I kind of want to do this, and then they don't actually go through and learn the things. But then we got to the 10-week accelerator and I thought, I know that I knew the goals you had for your business and what you're trying to accomplish. And I know that some things needed to get built with a little bit more help. And so really that's what our accelerator is. You have your hub membership because that's your platform, but then in our accelerator, you get 10 weeks of very specific work that we do. So I know you wanted to build a lot of things. What made you decide you wanted to do the accelerator?
Well, it's basically the foundation that I had first with Self-Made. And I know that you like to habit stack. That's one of the things that you teach. And that's how this program is presented to you. It's like an analogy I thought of yesterday is I got out of the corporate world where I worked in a healthcare office. So I went there, I had a schedule. I knew who was coming and when. I knew when I was going in. I knew when I was going home. Well, I got into this world and it was almost like going into a room and like fumbling for the light switch. Like I couldn't even get the light switch on. And when I was with you about a year ago, someone said to you that we were in a room together and said, I have this and this and this and this. So what order do they need to be done in? And you said, they kind of all need done at the same time. And nobody said anything because it was like, what, But when you get into the accelerator program, it's like you start teaching these things and you start at one layer and then it's like you put another layer on and it's like you grab that, it's like switch. And then here comes the next layer, you grab that switch, so it's been like all these little things on top of each other. So now when I go into the room, I'm like, flip, 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 let's go. I'm ready to go.
That is such a great analogy. So I'll have to use that in the future. So thank you for saying that. And you're right. I mean, it's like all these things tie together and they all work together. So they kind of all need to be built before the whole light switch can be turned on, right? It's all plugged into this circuit breaker. And so it is a lot of moving parts, but it is why we decided to put the accelerator together, because we knew that at the end of the day, people want something like, well, we're going to showcase your 5-day reboot ritual challenge that we've just created through this accelerator. We want to showcase that. So if you're watching this and you want to see an example of what somebody's been able to build through this accelerator, I am going to share my screen. I'm going to show it. But through the accelerator, we start off with some small pieces. And at the very beginning, people are like, okay, why am I building this? And then the next week we build something else. And they're like, why are we building this? And now we get all the way to the end of this 10 weeks. And everybody's like, okay, so how do we put all of these things together? Well, our last week in the accelerator for this first round is just this coming week, where we actually do take all the pieces and put them together. And we're going to showcase yours because you've done such a good job and you have a really great product that you have actually gone out there and started marketing this week. And you have brand new people coming into this 5-day challenge, which is going to be huge for your business. So, all right. How big of a learning curve has this been for you over the last year? I mean, the last year and the accelerator, like how big of a learning curve?
Yeah, mostly the accelerator. Well, I think that it's the accelerator you have to be ready for. I mean, it is, it's a new thing every week, you get together and then another lesson is released. And I would just say that be ready for it and just dive in. Put the blinders on. I mean, it's not like you don't want to be willy-nilly at this point. Look, most of us do not have a business degree, and I don't have time to get a business degree. So it's like, take what you have here, take these tools, take the knowledge that Natasha and Jessica have, and listen to them. Do what they tell you to do, because I never thought I was going to have a challenge. I've had people around me, like we have math tutors and we have people with some travel and all. And it's like they had things that they wanted to teach. And I thought, wow, I'm not going to ever teach anything. I just have a product that I have. And I'm doing a challenge. I'm teaching something. I actually have a program. And that I can't tell you the confidence that comes with that, not just in accomplishing that, but like just throughout life going, dang, I can do things that I didn't think I could do before. But I think the learning curve it's not awful. I hate to put like a time frame on it or how many hours a day I spend it on or anything like that, because it's, as long as the tools are right there. I mean, you have all the recordings, you have our community where you can ask the questions there. I mean, we have collaborated so much between each other. And, there are some people like someone else that's in the group does some photography on the side. She's very creative. And the things that she has created, I've been able to learn from and say, okay, I see that's possible now. And now I could put that in there. So it's just been really good to be able to collaborate with other people and have that support, because that's really, that's the biggest thing. Instead of so many people feel like they're out there on their own. And I have not felt alone here, that's for sure.
I look at some of the programs or tech that I've tried to learn in the past. I'd love to know your experience, like as compared to if you wanted to take something on in the past and try to learn how to do it. Like I mean, there's other businesses out there that have platforms and you can build websites and do email marketing and all of that. But one thing that Natasha and I have set out to do is be the tech savvy mentors, to be in there, accessible and available to our customers and our clients, so that they don't feel like they have to build these things on their own. And they don't feel like, oh my gosh, how would I ever learn how to do that? If something breaks, how will I ever get it fixed? So tell me just a short, like your description over the last year, how's that been for you? Like, is that compared to like other programs that you maybe have tried to learn in the past when it comes to tech?
Honestly, compared to other programs, they're too slow. Or I would get a book to read up on something and it just takes too long to get through the book. Or, it's like, but if you're gonna go with other systems, like I said, this is all in one here. If you're gonna go with all those other systems, talk about having different emails and passwords, then you have to, who do I contact here and who do I contact here and who do I contact here? It's like going through quicksand or mud, just trying to get through it. Accelerator is a perfect word for it, because you get moving. I mean, I don't know who anybody really wants to do this slowly.
Right. I'm not a person who moves slow at all. So accelerator is like perfect for me, because then I get surrounded by a bunch of people that are really willing to move fast. And I think we said this the other day a couple weeks back, when we were on one of the weeks that's a little more intense. There's a lot more building that goes in that week than some of the other ones. And I said, did y'all signed up for an accelerator? That means by the end of 10 weeks, you should have something to launch infusing tech into your business. You should have something to launch in 10 weeks. And that 10 weeks seems like a long time, but it's actually a short period of time. And what everybody has learned skill set wise in these 10 weeks, I think almost every person is blown away. We actually had somebody else that's going to be joining us for the next accelerator look at it and go, this program you guys should be charging like 5 times the amount of what you're charging for this program. And I won't say that it's inexpensive because it's not. It's an investment into your business for sure. But when I heard that, I was like, you know what? The amount of things that people actually walk away learning is like a degree in digital marketing in a sense, and they have things built with people. So I'm like, maybe we should increase the price. No, we'll keep it here for a little bit. Maybe just for the next round. Then maybe in 2025 the price goes up.
Get on now. Get in now.
Yeah, get in now. Okay, I want to showcase what you built.
Okay.
And I want to give people the opportunity to just go check out what you've built too, so that they can see, like they can get in hands-on and see like what was she able to build over these 10 weeks. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to walk through just a couple of things. And then I'm actually going to give, if you're okay with it, I'm going to give people the link to go through your Reboot Ritual Challenge just so they can see what it's all about and what's
That'd be
possible.
great. Yeah, sure. You keep saying 10 weeks. You did this in 10 weeks. And I keep thinking, oh my gosh, I did this in 10 weeks.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this is her first, the landing page. Now I'm just going to describe this a little bit for you if you don't mind. She's got a few lead magnets that now all she has to do is go out on social media and create content that leads people to this either directly or eventually. She's got a few lead magnets that are about stopping sugar cravings, about zapping that cortisol, those cortisol levels, and melting fat, because those are some of the things that happen with her program. So she's going out, all she has to do is create content around those 3 things. And if people want those lead magnets, they get automatically sent to them. It's all on automation in the background. So Kathleen can go enjoy her life and just has to do a little bit of content out there asking for people to comment a certain keyword to get to these things. So now that this is complete, I've seen her live on social media. She even did her Thin Thursdays at 3 in her community. I was extremely proud of that. And so this is the place that ultimately she wants them to get to. So even if they come in via a lead magnet or something like that, they do end up coming here if they want to take her 5-day free challenge. So all people have to do is come in here and fill out the information. And I'm just going to throw my information in there really quick. And boom, it goes to the congratulations page. I'm going to go back for just a second. I filled out the form. This is what's behind the form, is her funnel. And it gives you some information about what the 5-day reboot ritual is going to be all about, right? And so she describes here what each one of these days, what they're going to learn, what they're going to accomplish. And this is just giving a nice preview and giving you a little bit more information. And it wants you to sign up for the reboot, of which we just did. And then it goes to the thank you page and lets them know what to do next. Now, once they do get in her challenge, she has built a course back here. This is all in the Self-Made Hub. And they then get started in the challenge where they go through their 5 days of the challenge. You get to meet Kathleen, a little bit of information about her. Then you go through her 5 days of the things that she can teach you to reclaim your happy and to bust those cortisol levels and to stop the sugar struggle and to melt fat and creating accountability to do so. And then as people go through this with her, the ultimate goal is she would like them to come on board with her long-term into her, is it a 90-day program or 66-day program? I can't remember.
I'm going with 66.
You're going with 66. So after people get through all of this, then they can join her 66-day challenge that comes with products and things that she promotes that go along with her program. So on the tech side of things, everything's built and running in the background, and all Kathleen has to do at this point is go out and promote it. People get to come through her funnel and learn why this system is what they need to reboot and get healthier. And she doesn't have to then do all of the things all day long. She just has to create some content to get them to this. They learn how to know, they learn about her, they get to know her, they get to trust that she can solve some of their problems in this 5-day challenge, so that they're willing then to take the jump to the 66-day challenge where she ultimately wants to work with them. So did I do a good job of describing the funnel?
Yes. Yes, you
Okay,
did a great
okay,
job.
okay, awesome. So that's what we can build for other people. And so like Kathleen had mentioned, we have travel agents in this current accelerator. We've got another girl that we work with that created an entire math tutor program. She's a math tutor and her system is absolutely outstanding. We have other people in health and wellness that are in there. Yeah, so I'm excited for the next accelerator. We're adding a special trainer guest into the next one, so that's going to be fun. And Kathleen, anything else you want to tell anybody about your experience with all of this?
Yeah, just the one thing about that funnel system that you had shown, that there's also emails attached to that. There's an email workflow running behind that that keeps touching these people as we're going along. So that's a huge follow-up plus. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
you don't have to follow up with anybody. It's all on autopilot.
you
That's what
said, yeah.
starts from the social media. She makes a reel or goes live, tells them to comment a keyword, and that's where it starts. And then she's hands off until they get through that whole system. And it's following up with them on 14 touch points that we put together in the background, like she just mentioned, so that she can kind of go about just creating more content and then helping the end user that wants to be a part of her bigger program that she wants to really dig in with. So it takes all of that follow up and puts it on autopilot. That's what we like to teach people how to do, because we know that people are out there creating content, but they don't have this back end system plugged in to then and get people to know them, love them, trust them to convert them into a customer. So yeah, all that's on automation. We help you build all of it from keyword autoresponders all the way through challenges and memberships and courses and funnels and everything included in there. I want to make sure I gave them your link. So it's www.Kathleen Ernette, Nope, I'm going to spell it wrong. Ernett.
ERN, Ernette,
Ernett. I'm putting an extra E in
ERNETTE.
there. So KathleenErnette.com/reboot. And then you can go through her challenge and see exactly what is possible to build if you want to check that out. So yeah, anything else you want to say? And then we're going to hop.
No, I think that you just got to get in here. I mean, I'm sure whatever you've been doing for a while now, and you're really good at it. And sometimes it's frightening to start something different, but this is the place for you. I mean, you have the support here. There is absolutely no judgment. There are no stupid questions because I've asked them all and they're all out of the way.
They're all already completed.
That's
All
right.
right. Thank you so much for the time, and super excited to see where this takes you as now it's all built and ready to rock and roll.
All right. Thanks, Jess. Bye-bye.